What's up, guys? Welcome back to another AgroCast. We're here today with the Gold League Legends game, a 2v2 on Gorge. Let's meet our protagonist today. He's trying to hide from us after he joined the dark side, but he's back on the channel in the red, playing the Rus. It's Ran. His teammate today in the orange, playing the French. It's his French teammate. The antagonist today in the front here on Gorge. In the purple, playing the Delhi Sultanate, it's Zero. His teammate today in the blue, also on the French, it's Porkignace. Porkignace. Porky Pig. Fuck it, Porky Pig. Okay, so Ran has killed a couple of his deer over here. Everyone gets those quick deer. He's going to kill his teammates' deer, start picking up that bounty. He's all the way up to 130 already. It looked like he was going to run past this deer, but he didn't. He didn't. Second scout on the map right away. He's going to run to the right as his first scout goes to the left. French player scout is all the way over here already, picking up quite a bit of sheep. Ran bringing back one sheep because he's Rus. He's got to have all his villagers on sheep, so he's going to need to get another sheep. There's another one here that he missed, but that's okay. French player, Porky Pig, going to pick up some sheep. He's going to miss out because French player on the other side already picked him up. Delhi player going to run into Ran's second scout. Unlucky for Ran. Okay, Ran is going to turn back and grab some more sheep over here. That's just one. But he is going to pick up all of these deer, which is nice for him. It doesn't look like Porky is going to grab any... Ooh, he's going to miss that sheep. Is going to grab any of the bounty. Neither of them have denied the bounty in the front of their base. Looks like Porky Pig is out on his deer already. So the French player going to the deer early. Going to try to get that faster eco, picking up all of these deer with the gathering rate. Third scout out of the map for Ran. Unlucky for him, he's not really going to pick anything up, and hopefully he doesn't run right into this TC, but he's going to pick up these deer because the antagonist team, this is Gold League Legends, they have no interest in denying bounty. Absolutely none. Rand is going to have to go out on the deer himself. I would like to see him build a hunting cabin over here, right? Good drop-off point for his deer. He's got plenty of resources. It's been a while since he played Rus. He went on a little bit of a English kick. Let's, I'm not going to speak the word of the devil and say what he was doing with English, but let's just say he was playing English. Oh, School of Cavalry coming in, one tile away from the TC. That's always nice. We'd love to see that. A Tower of Victory coming from the Delhi. Pretty standard, right, as he picks up all of his upgrades. And then we have another School of Cavalry coming in for the other French player. So let's see which one of these guys decides to not go Cavalry. I don't think both teammates can go Cav. This is a nice little spot here for a wall and really secure a bunch of this wood. Not too much wood for Ran just yet, but he did put that hunting cabin down to pick up these deer, so that's nice. He's got his Kremlin out front, so that's gonna guard the berries, and I mean I guess his base. You know, the gold on this map is pretty secure, so you don't really need the Kremlin to guard that. So he's just gonna put it out front. I like that. Secure the berries up and just like kind of secure your base up. See what he does with his scouts. He grabbed a couple more sheep, so he is out on deer now, but he did end up picking up 8 sheep. Whereas French player, his French teammate, also has 8 live sheep here. So that's good for the protagonist team. A lot of these sheep are just kind of idle. Scouts are going to see each other in the middle of the map. Idle. Gonna want these villagers to start doing something. Zero. Yep. There you go. The second scholar comes out. Normally you want to put that in the building, unless you're going to put it in a stable. There you go. He's going to put down the stable, get them Ghazi Raiders out of the map. Nothing going on here. Okay, first knight out of the map for the orange French player. Not sure where the first knight is for Porky. He doesn't have one yet. This is his first one. A little bit of a miss macro going on for Porky Pig. He has almost 300 wood, almost 250 gold, and no food. So he went to the deer early, which was smart French play. But it's not really working out for him so far. Let's see if he picks it up in a little bit. As a stable comes in for Ran. See what this knight can do. He's going to go right to the gold. I said the gold was pretty safe, but not safe enough, as French player is going to pick up another Vil. So look for these guys. I mean, to be fair, the blue French player is very far away from this gold compared to his Delhi counterpart, which is an unlucky spawn because the Delhi doesn't really need gold in feudal. He's getting it, but he shouldn't be. What he needs to be doing is canceling. Okay, he did. He canceled Piety. He went into Sanctity. He's got a minute and a half before he can go get these sacred sites. He did make a third scholar, so that's why his build order is a little bit different. He got that third scholar in there because he has 2 here and 1 in the stable, and that Ghazi Raider is ready to go, but he's not going anywhere yet. He's got to wait for his spearmen to accompany him, I guess. Scholar comes out and jumps into the barracks. He's gonna go with the 1-1-1 strategy. Oh, Scout just kind of surveying. A lot of sheep here. 0 with 11 guys on food, but most of them on these berries over here. And here comes Rand's first knight. And looks like Rand's going to pick up a villager kill. No, he's not. No, he's not. Not going to do it. Ghazis do pretty good against the knights with that +2 damage. But that's when you have like 3 times more Ghazis than he has knights. If it's 3 knights to 3 Ghazis, he probably should have fought that. But he's gonna wait for Rand's archers to get in on the action. Rand making his base as if the Kremlin gives him some sort of boost to his production buildings. It does not. Just trying to survey what's going on here. The French player very nervous. He has a tower out on his gold. He's got another tower out on his wood line. In my opinion. Oh, as the French player is out on the other French player's berries, he's going to pick up a villager kill himself. So that's 2 villager kills coming in from Porky Pig. And orange French player is going to have to deal with that. And Rand is going to almost pick up a second Vil. So, I mean, if Rand was playing horseshoes, he'd be crushing. But almost doesn't quite count in AoE. So he does have the archers out in the field, and they're going to do pretty good against these spearmen, but not against the Ghazis, and he only has 2 archers. So both of these archers are going to go down, and Rand's going to have to get out of there. Yes, both archers will go down, and Rand's going to have to get out of there. But here comes the Delhi, just doing what the Delhi does, right? As French player knocks away French player's knights. The Delhi can just mass units, because he's got the scholar inside this barracks, right? So he is just putting out a spearman every 8 seconds. I mean, he's not right now, but he could be, right? He could be. Looks like Rand might want to be going into castle here. He's got no one on food, though. Let's see where his villagers are going to go. They're going to go get this other deer. Okay. French player with some idle villagers waiting their turn on the sheep. So Rand's going to say, yeah, sorry, bro, I'm taking your deer. Meh. Sucks to suck, right? Delhi player is going to wall off this first sacred site. Look for him to put in a gate, or he's going to trap his scholar in there. These spearmen don't want to help. Nope. And the French player's base is under fire again. I would like to see some walls coming in for him, right? Like wall out to here. Maybe wall out to this stone. Wall on this side. Keep that wood safe. Instead, he's just going to gather wood over here. As the knights go back the other way. He's got plenty of knights himself. He could dive this wood line as well. Okay, Chivalry coming in for the blue French player, Porky Pig. And Chivalry has already come in for our orange French player. And that's one sacred site in the bag, as he's going to put up a gate on all four sides. A little bit of overkill there. And like I said, Ghazis versus Knights is not a good matchup for the Ghazis if there's an equal number. He does have archers now because we did see him go with the 1-1-1 approach. So he moved his scholar over to the archery range. He is... Let's see this. I don't think... Yeah, so he's only getting a couple of upgrades here. So... Maybe go pick up a second sacred site. Maybe throw this guy in a sacred site. So the one in here on the third sacred site. Actually, you don't really have map control over here. Just the second sacred site would be fine. But here comes Rand with his triple scouts and knights and archers. Porky is healing, so he's just chilling over there. I would love... Yeah, okay, so I was going to say, I would love to see a second sacred site coming in from the Delhi player. That's why you don't really need gold. Look at this. He's got 1,000 gold right now. That's kind of a waste. Kind of a waste. Oh, and the French player is in on the wood line as Rand occupies him in the middle. And Zero does not have the multitasking ability to deal with this raid as well as this attack. So Rand doing a great job distracting as, I want to say, 20 villagers died. He's down to 20 total. 19 now. As his reinforcements are also going to get picked off. So I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and say that Rand and his French player teammate did not coordinate that attack. They just got pretty lucky. As the French player is back on the other French player's base. He did put the wall up, but it's not connected to anything. So these knights just kind of ran in. They just ran in there. So it looks like Rand got cleaned up here, but his distraction is what allowed for his French teammate to kill a bajillion villagers here. As let's take a look here at the raid, as the French player is also going to lose some villagers. Zero is down to 21 villagers. Porky with 43. The French player, who's lost quite a bit, actually, is at 40. And Rand's at 42. So that is trouble. That spells trouble for Porky. That did not have very many villagers. As Rand and his teammate were both going after these deer, but I guess his teammate didn't get the memo that Rand was taking the deer. Suck it, right? My deer. They could go over to this boar, right? They could go over to these deer, or these deer. As we check in, Rand has 420 bounty. One knight goes down there. Rand going into some rams, but I don't know if he has the military mass to deal with the Delhi player, let alone if the French player joins in, right? His teammates here with just, I mean, he's only going knights. It's mass knights for the French player. I honestly, I don't think you need this. You just right here. Okay, interesting walls coming in from the French player. He needs to get these berries because Rand took his deer. Rand going out into the big gold in the back because they will be running out of gold very shortly. And now we're at the part of the Gold League Legends game where we're staging. We got an army here. We got an army here. We got an army here. Not a huge army for Rand, but an army. And then the Delhi player is just kind of hanging out in his sacred site. Yeah, you can win this fight, Zero. Especially if Rand's going to target your Ghazis. But Rand's he's gonna drag him in and bring over his teammates' knights. So maybe they are communicating a little bit more than I'm getting them credit for. I would like to see 3 or 4 of these knights. Right back here. Guildhall coming in for the French player. Looks like he's going to be the first one into Castle. as Rand is going to knock down these walls. Yep, you got to go this way. If Rand can just take down the archers here, they have a shot in this fight. Sorry, if you're going to take down the spearmen. I would love to see him call these Kremlins. The Kremlin gremlins can get out there and really do damage to these French knights and Ghazis. The Kremlins would have been a perfect pull for this fight. He's got 7 tickets. Just pop all those bad boys. 14 Kremlin gremlins out on the field. He also has 8. He's got 4 knights and 4 archers within his Kremlin. Not sure why he's doing that. Oh no. Oh no. Could be a newfound strategy that we're not really accustomed to yet. I believe in Rand. As the French player is out here on berries, and he's over here on berries, a lot of his food workers on berries, which is not ideal. You don't really love that for French. But the Delhi player saw Rand's rams, and he said, "I can make rams. Watch me. I'm gonna make rams." Why do we need that for all the all of them get that? So I don't know. Okay, whatever. Rand gonna kind of tempt him, bring him in. He's gonna make some barracks of his own, probably go into his own spearmen here. They could make this push if he popped the Kremlins. Yeah, you don't want to be on those spears, but Rand's archers are doing work here, and they're gonna take down a scholar. I would say big loss, but Zero has 3,000 gold, so not a big loss. And the French player has an insane amount of knights, and it looks like our protagonists are going to clean this up. They're going to win this fight, and they're going to take this sacred site, if the French player wants to. I guess he doesn't want to. He's gonna be forced to by the AI of his knights. Kind of left Rand out to dry there, as Rand's entire military went down. Not really his fault, as his teammates sat out on the corner. Like, take this sacred site. Zero, you don't need gold. Please stop gathering gold. You have 3,000. Other French player floating. Rand floating a lot of resources here, folks. It looks like he wants to go into castle. He also doesn't have... He has military. Oh, here come the Kremlins. The Kremlin gremlins are coming out. And if he pushes forward with these knights, it's going to be a massacre. Here they come. They have 50 more seconds of life. And they're going to take down the archers. And the knights... Yeah, the knights don't want to take this fight. The knights really don't want to take this fight. But Rand's going to force it. And there's more knights here for the orange French player than there is for Porky. Great value out of those Kremlins. Rand coming back to the wood line. Would love to see a high trade house. And there it is. Okay, somehow they still have yet to take this sacred site back, because the French player is very scared to lose his knights. He loves his knights. He's got 27 of them, so you can... It's 1 spearman here, right? 3 spearmen. You have the archers too. You got this, my man. You got this. Delhi player. Let's see what this gold situation is. Yes, 4,000 gold with 3 idle villagers because the gold pops. Let's see if he puts them on a different resource, please, for the love of God. As Rand and company look to take the sacred site. What do we have? Hold on. Porky sitting with 27 knights. And then we have the other French player, 31 knights. So Rand finally making some spears. I mean, they're going to go down here because there's just too many knights. But they're going to get a lot of damage in while the other knights run forward. I mean, you can still pop these Kremlins. Kremlin gremlins can be popped. They have yet to decap the Sacred Site. Probably could have, but didn't. Rand going into a big farm transition, even though he has 8 sheep. I'd probably get the sheep first. And also start actually working these farms. We did go back here with the high trade house. Picked up 40 trees for 138 gold per minute. Picking up this gold, and the French player is like, yeah, that gold looks pretty good. I'll take some. Big fight in the middle here. Knights versus knights. First knights versus knights. And now crossbowmen coming in for Rand. Let's check in on the villager count again. French player with 66. Rand with 60. Zero with 37, so still pretty far behind. And Porky with 71. So I think the Delhi player probably should have grabbed a second TC after losing 20 villagers. But it looks like the Sacred Site's finally going to get decapped. I would love to see this spearman just run over here. But, like we've always said in Gold League Legends, still not farming this. Like I've always said in Gold League Legends, on Gorge, you fight down the middle. There's no two ways about it. You fight down the middle. You can get resources over here. Yes, that is allowed. You can get resources. You can also put mills on tree lines. You can do whatever you want with your villagers. But your army stays here. It just does. I don't make the rules. I just watch the games. Crossbowmen lighting the fuck up out of that wall. They decide that wall's had enough. We'll let these archers deal with it. Zero. 23 military, 0. He's going to go into the House of Learning. I'm not a huge fan of that choice. I like the Compound of the Defender landmark, but you do you, boo-boo. I would like to see our protagonist team move forward. 83 army here versus 24 and 44, so 68. And this is just a shit ton of knights. Like, you gotta go find some shit. You know, like, look at your villagers as you go into the Royal Institute. Your villagers are all over the place. Rand's villagers are all over the place. There's a mill here, you know? You gotta assume their villagers are all over the place too. Take some of these knights as Rand brings a couple of relics to the fight with these warrior monks. He's not gonna put the relics in the monastery. He's gonna bring them to the fight. He's gonna grab that third relic and bring it to the fight. He is going into more of a crossbow build. Oh, he's gonna drop a relic off. Okay, cool, cool. As he goes over to these deer. Okay, so the blue French player, Porky Pig, he has decided, yeah, my villagers are all over the place. I bet theirs are too. And he's going to come up on this stone and this gold, and it's going to be an issue for our protagonist. I'm not sure why I put the Royal Institute there. But then at the very same time, French player is going to say, fuck it, I'm going to send some night raids. And then these knights are going to find nothing. They're not going to go far enough to see Rand. But his first set of knights are out, and they're on the gold. And Rand's going to lose a ton of villagers here. I think this is where they need to push forward. Their armies are bigger. First bit of siege out of the map. This scholar doesn't need to be in here anymore. You can make enough, right? You have enough to make more barracks. You can throw that bad boy in here, get some of these upgrades. Oh, you're making all the scholars there ever was. Which makes sense, because you have infinity gold. As the orange knights are going to take care of these blue knights, get a nice little surround here. And Rand is going to pretend to decap the Sacred Site, but instead he's just looking for relics. Which I'm okay with. You grab your relics. You got the warrior monks. He's got his own bit of siege out of the map. He's got 3 relics. Got a 4th coming home. A 5th coming home. And for some reason, he doesn't want the 6th one. And the 7th and final relic is over here. So none of these guys, they don't really care about relics. This guy's doing raids, so he's fine. He's fine with what he's got. Rand's gonna have to make another monastery because he doesn't have enough to collect all these relics. He is gonna put this warrior monk fighting this wall and pick up the sacred site himself, I think. Getting his mangonels ready. And as is inevitable in every Gold League Legends match, we have reached the point of staging. And looks like the blue knights are gonna push forward. And the orange knights are gonna have to protect. Comes a big mangonel shot. These guys are pretty grouped up together. 5 mangonels out of the map here, no springalds. Big mangonel shots coming in from Rand. Looks like he's gonna lose a couple of these mangonels to the knights as mangonel shots come in for the other team. The blue mangonels, huge shots out on the archers here. And it's really just knights on knights. I'm not sure why the Delhi player has no army. I don't really know what he's up to. Like, what do you 0? Because you're making 0 units. 8 army, and all the siege goes down from both sides. Rand gonna pop a little Wololo here, but everyone's dead. The entire army of both players is dead. You guys need to push forward here. This is your moment. You have 93 army versus 27. Please go forward. As Rand slots in his 5th relic. There is still the 6th and the 7th over here. He was sending a warrior monk over here. He decided against it, though. Not sure why. Not sure why. You guys really need to push forward. I would also advise the Delhi player to maybe throw down another mosque. Because you only have 5 guys. Like, these upgrades, 2 more minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, and a minute. They're taking a long time. Maybe want to grab these as well. You're going to grab those too. Maybe want to grab this. Maybe this. Maybe this. Maybe this. Just want to grab some upgrades. You're Delhi. They are free. He is going to go into the Palace of the Sultan. So he decides, no units for me. Imperial. With my 53 economy. I need Imperial. And I really hope for the love of God our protagonist team thinks, maybe we should push forward. Because Rand is already in Imperial. Yeah, I want to say he probably went to High Armory. Yeah, he went to High Armory. Should probably get these upgrades. That's why you went to High Armory. He's going to start getting his siege out of the map. Really like this upgrade. This is a good one. This is also a really good one. And this one's really good for late game. Shit ton of springolds out of the map. It'd be nice for Rand if he started making some springolds and got this increased range of the springolds by 0.5, and then maybe also roller shutter triggers. He is going to take this sacred site. He's going to decap this sacred site and then probably take it. And here comes all the siege. I don't think Zero has any army besides these springolds. And where are his units? He's got the scholars. He got a ton of scholars out of the map. And the knights kind of just running around out here. Not sure what they're doing. Springald's going off. Big mangonel shots on Rand's army. And the knights say, you know what? Fuck it. We're just going to kill all of your eco. Let's look at this. 45 eco for Zero. And once again, Rand is just being the distraction. He's holding all of these units here while the knights just run wild. And run wild they are. as all these knights come back to defend. You never like to see when your knights are coming back to defend. So the orange knights of the French player are just going to kill every last little bit of siege. Or they're just going to fight the other knights. While these knights run wild, killing villagers all over the place. Porky, I mean, he's got 90. Then we have 98 and 71. Rand needs to make more villagers. He's going into archers. I like the crossbow play. And now he's going to bring a bombard out on the field. And here he goes with the springballs. Did he get the upgrades? No. But he is reducing the cost of the siege. So that's good. So at least he's getting cheaper siege. Take a look where those knights are. Running wild. And there goes the 0 surrender and a double surrender. So, I mean, those knights probably could have been causing a little bit more havoc out on the villagers. But they did enough to get the win in this Gold League Legends matchup. And thanks for stopping by.